If you want those skinny jeans to start sagging off you in the back, keep skipping hamstring and glute exercises. I had people wanting me to tear every ligament in my knee. They wanted me to rip my hamstring in half. Damn, man, you ain't gotta follow me everywhere. I'm trying to use the bathroom. Early morning workout, you know how we get down. Gotta get my pre-workout in, gotta get my creatine in. Now, I really used to be against pre-workout, but you know, I had it one time and I got an amazing high off of it, and I've been pretty much addicted ever since. So there's one thing that I'm working on. Don't worry, we'll get it together soon. But I had to make sure that I got up a little bit earlier today because I wanted to get that empty gym feeling. If you're one of those early morning working out type of people, you know what I'm talking about. Just not having anybody in the gym, just absolutely empty. It's a different type of vibe. I feel like I always had this conversation with people, especially my fellas out there. You know, ladies, you do a lot better job at this, but in overall, if you're trying to grow your legs, you cannot skip hamstring and glute exercises. If you want those skinny jeans to start sagging off you in the back, keep skipping hamstring and glute exercises. If you don't want to fill your shorts out, keep skipping hamstring and glute exercises. If you don't want to grow your legs at all and you don't walk around with those twigs in the summertime where everybody else walking around with their legs filling up their shorts, then keep skipping these exercises. And me personally, I'm trying to come to the barbecue busting out of my shorts. I'm trying to not even fit any of my shorts that I had from last summer. You'll notice I'm not doing anything special with the Nordic curl. I'm just making sure I squeeze at the top, get a good tempo going down, and making sure I stretch it out all the way to the bottom with a full range of motion. Also did the hip abduction machine to make sure that I was nice and loose before I did Nordic curls. I always like to do 1 or 2 exercises before I jump into the Nordics to make sure I'm nice and loose. The last 2 times I posted Nordic curls on my shorts, it was so many people hating. The comments were ridiculous. I had people wanting me to tear every ligament in my knee. They wanted me to rip my hamstring in half. So for your viewing pleasure, I want you guys to enjoy these comments as much as I did while I hit my Nordic curl set. This session I chose a different variation of RDL, still very effective. Another great exercise to stretch out those hamstring and glutes. Probably one of my favorite, and in my opinion, one of the most effective. We're still just making sure we're controlling the weight and getting a nice tempo, stretching all the way down to the bottom. Now this one is also one of my personal favorite. Using it with the barbell makes it a little bit more difficult. You got to balance a little bit more, but the reverse lunge is very effective. I love using this exercise whenever I'm hitting hamstrings and glutes. I always make sure that I'm challenging myself a little bit more, making sure the set's a little bit tougher by not rushing to the bottom of the rep. Now these 2 exercises I kind of superset. So I did a sumo squat, which is where you're putting your feet in a sumo position, but you got the load up top. So it's basically just a sumo deadlift, except with a squat in the squat position. So try to get as low as I can with these, and then immediately afterwards I just did a set of regular squats. Might as well throw in some regular squats while we're over here, right? So I did that with a little bit lighter weight just so I can make sure I'm getting a nice stretch at the bottom, and then I did it with a little bit heavier weight. Now in my opinion, my sumo squats weren't the best in depth, but that was the first time I did this exercise in many months. So I'm gonna make sure that the next time I do these, I either don't go up in weight as much and just work on getting the depth in there, or make sure that I can lift a heavier weight. I really feel like I've come a long way with my regular squats, being able to get down all the way to the bottom, using that good depth, and I feel like that's really due to all of the stretching that I did, that you saw me do at the beginning of the video. Just routinely doing those stretches, you know, every time I come in there for 10-15 minutes a day has greatly helped me get more depth while I'm squatting, and if you do the same, you will see the same exact results.